king of the summer solstice.
And I'm the living queen.
Our message is this, that this is the beginning of summer solstice, and we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning. June 21st marks the beginning, and it will continue as long as people can get together and love each other and share things together and listen to music and have a beautiful time.
left Chicago to get away from whatever that was there.
One of the reasons I started this in the first place was because my parents were both very neurotic, and I realized this because I went to a psychiatrist for 9 years. And at the later stages of analysis, I realized just how neurotic and ill and in a world of illusion my parents were, and I decided that I was going to be the one in my family to stop it. It was going to stop with my generation, that I refused to pass this on to my children.
What's happening here is like every city, particularly on this day, every city in the nation is seeing the sun at its zenith, and it's the first, you might say, the first hippie national holiday, self-declared holiday.
A digger is a person that they labeled, what you call a beatnik, you dig? Beatnik, people with unconventional generation. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't know the beatnik cared so much about humanity as they do now. You know what I mean? Well, the free store to me means a great deal because it helps out the community, and it brings people together with no profit involved. If there was any profit involved, I wouldn't be here because money doesn't mean that much to me. You know what I mean? You talk about the hippie. What is the hippie? Where does that name come from, hippie? Why don't you talk about the younger generation, the people who are changing? Why don't you talk about the people who know what's happening and don't agree with the old line of thinking? Why don't you talk about the people who believe in brotherly love and nothing else, and prove it every day on Haight-Ashbury?
My name is Today Louise Malone, age 20, height 5'3", weight 110, eyes blue, hair blonde, education, graduated from Judson School, Scottsdale, Arizona, 1 semester, University of Arizona, 1 semester, Eastern New Mexico University, 6 months, secretarial school. Other training, Nancy Taylor modeling course, 1 year judo, taught self-defense at the University of Arizona. Acting experience, 2 years of dramatics, San Carlos High, San Carlos, California. 1 year drama club, Roswell High. 1 year theater group, Judson School. Plays, Bells Are Ringing, Wizard of Oz, No Time for Sergeants, etc. Also worked on and managed crews. Helped write and produce plays at Judson School. Various school skits, etc. Hobbies, reading, judo, music, dope, Haight-Ashbury, sewing, cooking, collecting fairy tale books. Job experience, sold Berkeley barbs, typed at co-op, sold dope, worked as a legal secretary last summer. Plans, to gain knowledge in any way possible, find out what my true interest is, and throw myself into it for a while, and finally marry after I've traveled a bit.
I think I'm the same person now that I was 20 years ago, on the inside. On the outside, I've changed, I've aged, and I've grown up in my thinking. But basically, the same person inside me is the same person that was there 20 years ago. I still feel very strongly about peace and love and good vibrations. And I really would like to see the world change into a better place. And I would really like to do everything I can to make the world a better place. I think that's what the hippies were trying to do 20 years ago. Trying to change society a little bit even though it perhaps didn't totally work the way we hoped it would, I think a lot of good things came from it.
One of the first questions that they'll ask is, what do you do? And so I say, I live. And they say, no, I mean, do you work or what? And I say, no, I just live. And they say, well, you must do something, because their whole orientation is towards job, occupation. This is their whole life. Money and status. You tell them that you don't do anything, and that you come to the park, and it's like they can't believe you, and they want to believe you so very much. And they look in your eyes, and they can see that you believe what you're saying, and you're telling them the truth. And they know that they can't make it, that they're 45 years old, and they're all hung up in the mortgage payments and paying off the car, and wives and kids, and just endless circles of involvement.
A lot of people say to me, what are you doing? You're not doing any work. You're not working at a job and making a big salary. But we're doing the hardest work in the world because we're growing. We're trying to change. And that's a lot harder than staying in the same rut and going along year after year doing the same thing and thinking the same things and living the exact same way.
I like living here because I get to do exactly what I want when I want. Like, if I want to run down the street and turn cartwheels, I do that. If I want to climb a tree, I do that. And if I want to freak out tourists, I do that. It's completely free.
You have all these young kids coming from a very rich, affluent, middle-class society where they've been taken care of since they've been babies and never really had to do anything for themselves in a serious way, and now they come here and they want to be hippies and they still want to be taken care of.
The kids that are coming here are also the most adventuresome of the lot of this generation. They want to strike out on their own. They want to see about life. They're very hungry for life, and not a plasticized, fantasized version that comes through their school and the suburban life, which is not very fulfilling to much of the human spirit. A kid often hits a commune, finds a place to live, coasts for a couple of days, and then catches on to the fact that it doesn't take very much, but it does take some effort to keep the thing going, to keep all his friends and himself alive.
People are pouring into the scene so fast that it's very difficult to turn them all on, because what you're trying to turn them on to is freedom. That if everyone is free, if everyone really has the room to do their thing, something really fine will come out of it. But in learning how to do your thing, you make mistakes. You really just fuck everything up. And this is the danger of, like 100,000 people coming to San Francisco this summer. Maybe there'll be street riots, which is not good. Maybe we'll have that sort of problem. The other problem is that we're getting successful enough now that we're going to have to integrate back into society. The music is the best example. We're all making a lot of money. Like Donovan said, beatniks getting rich. Well, the rock bands in the San Francisco area are going to make more than $1 million this year. And this brings a lot of problems with it, because we're rapidly moving up into the entire establishment. And it's a question of whether we're going to turn them on or they're going to turn us off.
Where do you think you would be with or without acid, musically, or you had in your life?
Changed my whole life.
Different.
I was in a ridiculous excuse for a bus in Roswell, New Mexico, just before I left to come out here. And there were about 10 guys in Roswell, the local freaks, that got together and rented a house. And we were all over there one night, and the police have been watching all of us because we were the only weird people in the town, and we were kind of easy to spot, I guess. And they've been watching the house constantly.